What's going on? My name is Zay, and today I'm going to teach you how to get the best cinematic footage out of your DJI Action camera. Now hold up, nephew. I know this is the Action 5 Pro. This will go for any Action 5, the 6, the 5, maybe the 4 if it has D-Log. I can't remember if it has D-Log, but this is what you need to do. Section 1 would be the settings you need. Section 2 would be the gear you need. And section 3 would be the color grading. Let's get into it. Alright, for the setting, you want to make sure you're in the Pro section. You want to make sure you are shooting, like for your exposure, everything else, you want to be the one setting it. Exposure, manual. If I'm shooting slow-mo, which I have been shooting in the last shoot, I'm at 1/20, or 1/120, and then my ISO is 800 because it was pretty dark. But you want to keep your ISO as low as possible. Your white balance, you set that manually. I set mine at 5600 for the last shoot I did. You want to make sure you're shooting in D-Log M and you have color recovery on so you can kind of see what it would look like, give you a good idea. And I have these, the textures, -2, and noise reduction. This will help you get the most out of your camera and make sure there's no adjustments that the camera is doing to your footage. Now obviously if you're shooting in 24 frames per second, that will change what your settings would be. Your settings for 24 would be 1/50. And you adjust from there. Shooting 4K always. If you want to do 4:3, you can, but I'm just shooting 4K 16:9. Those are the settings you need for this camera. So once you get that down, you get that going. Alright, section 2, the gear. Alright, so I will talk about the gear that you get with the camera. So you get this cage, which is useful. It helps keep your camera safe. But the most important part is this mounting piece. This mounting piece will let you mount your camera to anything. So you put that on there like that. And so as you know, you have a head mount, a neck mount. I mainly use it for put it on magic arm to attach it to other things. That's what I do myself, and that's how I use it. Now for the secret sauce. To shoot in D-Log, you need ND filters. So I will link everything down below. But as you can see, I've used these ND filters a lot. This is a newer. This is ND 16, so it's 16. You have 16, maybe 8 and 32, or 32, or 32 and then 8. One of those. In the section before, I was talking about settings you need. These help you stay in these settings. That way you can get the most cinematic footage out of your camera. Unfortunately, well, hold on. Before we get to an unfortunate part, you need your micro SD card, because you can have internal storage and also micro SD storage. So if you're alone there shooting or getting BTS, you can have multiple ways to store the shots you get in the BTS and all that stuff, right? Now unfortunately, DJI sends you a 1950 milliamp battery. This is not going to last you very long, so you have to upgrade this battery, and that's where this comes into play. These are batteries for this camera. I don't know what brand they are. I can put it down in the description. They fit in the camera, work just fine. They're 2800 milliamp batteries, high capacity. So you can shoot basically all day with these. And the case they come in is a charger. So you get 2 in here, and it's a charger. So you basically have a big battery for your DJI. You can still use the battery the DJI comes with as a spare, but you mainly want to be using those 2 batteries because they will keep your camera up longer and lasting longer, so you don't have to worry about changing batteries when you're shooting. Now let's get into the color grade. Alright, so now that you got your footage off your DJI, it's time to color grade it. Let's change this. So it's a little dark, so I want to change that back and change this back. Also, the main 2 nodes you want to make sure you're focusing on, or at least for me, is my color space transform node. I want to make sure I put D-Log here, put D-Log there, and then put Gambit here, and that makes sure it's my camera, or my computer nodes and my editor nodes, I'm in the right color space. And now it's a little contrasty for me, so I go here, bring the contrast down a little bit, or a lot of bit. I made it a little bit too flat, so right there, and then clean it up for my node. Let me do this, reset that, and I go here, and as you can see, my greens and blues are a little off. So to get that back right, take more clean, not too low, get more clean get that even. And now we got a little bit of contrast the image, so I can go here and then lift my shadows a little bit, and boom. So yeah, that's how you do that. Thank y'all for watching. That's how you get cinematic footage out your DJI cameras, no matter if it's the 4, the 5, or the 6.